Here's Matt Austin.
After review, the runner's foot touched out of bounds at the 39-yard line with 1 second on the clock. Clock will be reset to 1 second. It'll be first.
How much can you fit into a single second? Usually not much. A heartbeat, a breath, a blink. But on a Saturday night in 2013, a single second held the weight of an entire empire. When the clock hit 0 at the end of the Iron Bowl, the game should have been over. The world should have moved on. But Nick Saban's desperate plea for one more tick of the clock created a vacuum in time. For the duration of that 1 second, the college football world stood still, suspended between what we thought was certain and what was about to become impossible. What happened in the next 109 yards didn't just ruin a season, it changed college football forever. This is You Sure Bro, Sports and Not Sports, a channel dedicated to exploring the deeper layers of the sports we love and the moments that live outside of them. And this is College Football Faultlines, a series that traces some of the most unforgettable moments in the sport's history. To understand why that second mattered, you have to first understand 2013 Alabama. At this point, the Crimson Tide weren't a football team, they were an inevitability. They were the two-time national champs, riding a 15-game win streak. They had the most fearsome offensive line in the country, a star quarterback in A.J. McCarron, and the defense littered with future NFL ballers. Even though both Alabama and Auburn were ranked in the top 5 at the time, Bama were clear favorites. But that's the funny thing about the Iron Bowl. Records don't matter. Betting lines matter less. For those 60 minutes, anything can happen. And on that night, it did. You see, Auburn wasn't supposed to be a threat. A year earlier, they were 3-9. They were the team that didn't win a single SEC game. But under first-year head coach Gus Malzahn, the Tigers quickly clicked on all cylinders. They played with a frenetic, high-speed tempo. They used a glorified running back at quarterback. And at any given moment, they could bust your ass with a high school playbook. It all came together to make Nick Saban's meticulous process look slow, traditional, and at times, downright outdated. For 60 minutes, those two philosophies collided. Saban's methodical brute force versus Malzahn's lightning-quick speed. The teams traded leads all night, and with the result hanging in the balance, the game was tied. At that point, most coaches would have taken the tie and gone to overtime. And in retrospect, Saban probably should have trusted his depth to win down the stretch. But Nick Saban is a titan of the sport, and he plays by his own rules. He successfully lobbied for that final second because he wanted the game to end. So he sent out freshman kicker Adam Griffith for a 57-yard prayer. But for everything he did right, Saban made one fatal flaw. You see, the kicking team was filled with big guys, designed to protect the attempt. And he was so focused on the kick being blocked that he forgot to account for the return being possible. In that singular moment, Nick Saban forgot the first rule of the Iron Bowl: expect the impossible. By now, you know how the story goes. Chris Davis caught the ball near the back of the end zone, and for a brief moment, the college football world stood still.
56-yarder. Does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow! Oh my God! Auburn wins! Auburn has won the Iron Bowl! Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see! I cannot believe it! 34-28! And we thought a miracle in Jordan Hare was amazing! Oh my Lord in heaven! Chris Davis just read it! 109 yards! And Auburn is going to the championship game!
In the end, 1 second was all it took for a dynasty to be halted in its tracks, for one state to become the epicenter of one of college football's most chaotic moments, and for arguably the greatest sport in the world to show up on the grandest stage of all.